Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I am the Twisted Jedi, and today we are going to talk about how to dominate with Lando in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, obviously the blaster heroes are going to be very different to the lightsaber heroes, so I'm going to break down some strategies, tips, and abilities that I used with Lando in order to dominate on the battlefield. Now, if you haven't seen my earlier hero guides for Kylo Ren, Finn, and Darth Maul, then definitely check those out on my channel after this. And if you like what you see here, then definitely leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Anyways, let's talk about Lando. In my opinion, Lando is one of the best blaster heroes in the game and is actually pretty well balanced for both galactic assault and heroes vs villains. His X8 Night Sniper does very solid damage per shot and is capable of holding its own against lightsaber heroes if you know how to use it right. But before I get into my tips for using Lando, let's discuss the star cards that I use for heroes vs villains and galactic assault. Now, when I use Lando, I always keep the same set of cards for both game modes, as I mentioned earlier, due to Lando being one of the most well-balanced heroes in the game. The first card I use with him is definitely an easy choice, and it's called the Hot and Cold Star card, which simply gives Lando bonus health. And when it's maxed out, it gives him a buff of a massive 150 total health, which makes a massive difference. Upgrading this star card to epic level puts Lando at 800 health, which is a huge advantage. Getting all the way up to 800 is right up there with the top lightsaber heroes in the game, and it can keep you alive for so much longer, which is great for kill streaks or even surviving in heroes vs villains. The second card I use is the Quick Shock star card. Now, this card can come in handy more so in heroes vs villains when taking on lightsaber users, but it can also work well in galactic assault. I usually do this with an enemy when they catch me off guard, and what I do is roll out of the way and then throw the disabler, and the Quick Shock card gives 30% shock duration extension when detonated within the first 5 seconds of throwing it, which, let's be honest, who lets it sit there longer than 5 seconds anyways, so it just makes sense to have this card attached. Having this extra shock time allows you to really lock in those headshots on your enemy while they can't move and take out most of their health before they even hit you. The disabler has become even more effective after patch 1.2, where it got buffed to last even longer without the star cards, so combining that buff with this card makes for a very frustrated opposing team. Now, the last card that I use with my Lando loadout is called Wide Eyed. Now, this card at epic level gives a massive 40% increased range when using his sharp shot ability. In heroes vs villains, this is perfect for sniping those pesky Palpatines or Boba Fett players that tend to hang around pretty high up in the air, and in galactic assault you can even go as far as getting on top of an AT-AT on Endor and sniping enemies from up there. So you can see why this card is pretty useful. Having that range allows you to lock onto even more enemies, and with the sharp shot almost guaranteeing a hit and possibly even a kill, why wouldn't you use it as much as you can? This card has helped me kill 6 enemies with 1 sharp shot, which is absolutely insane, and it really does look awesome when you pull it off, so it's definitely worth testing out if you haven't got this star card on there already. Now, to close out this video, I am going to give you some tips. Obviously, like I say in all my hero guides, the first thing is to use the right hero on the right map. Lando is most effective on big maps with lots of cover. He needs to be able to duck behind objects while his sharp shot recharges, and if you get the high ground with him, that is where he is absolutely most effective. Maps like Endor and Jakku are great for Lando, especially in the second phase for Endor and the third phase for Jakku. I've managed to get 40+ kill streaks on Jakku, as well as multiple 30+ kill streaks, most of which were in that third phase, which you will probably see playing in the video. The next thing I'm going to stress with you is Lando is not a frontline hero. Do not rush in with him unless you plan on being melted by explosive shot heavies and officers. His biggest strength is the sharp shot ability, and you should hang back and use that as much as you can. If you get into trouble and get flanked by an enemy, roll out of the way, pop a smoke grenade, followed by the disabler, and use the zoom on his blaster pistol to see your enemies through the smoke. I've found that this combination can get you out of even the most sticky situations, so definitely give that a try and come back and let me know how you go with that. Other than that, guys, the only thing I can recommend is simple and obvious things like aim for headshots and stay behind cover. Personally, in the future, I would love to see some more skins for Lando, especially with the Han Solo movie coming out this year. Lando wears some really different outfits in what we have seen so far from the trailers, so it would be awesome to get some of those in Battlefront 2. If you agree with this and want to see more skins for Lando in Battlefront 2, then drop a thumbs up down below and let me know which particular skin you want to see in the comments. Anyways guys, if you liked this video and you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe as well. We've had over 700 subscribers already this year, which is incredible. Thank you guys so much for that, and I really appreciate every one of you. And hit that notification button, as I will have some really cool Battlefront 2 videos coming soon, as well as the latest Star Wars and gaming related news. As always, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. I hope you all enjoyed your time here, and may the Force be with you always.